In the last session, we have seen about types of reports what we have. Let me give a quick overview. So let us assume we have some data here. We have Hyderabad Java course they have taken. So I have a couple of records here. So these are the records what we have taken here. Now, when you have the following data, I want to create report type. Reports I want to create. Malhotra, can you mute your mic? So can I have your name actually? Malhotra, can I have your full name?
Sir, it's Himanshu.
Okay. Right. So this is the data what we have. So when you have the following data, I want to create tabular reports. Tabular report is nothing but it's a simple collection of records which are displayed in the form of table. An example I'm saying create a report, display list of students who have joined from Hyderabad. So it only displays simply I want to know only these details. Now I'm saying show me the list of students who have joined for Java. So it simply displays list of records. It simply displays the list of records. I told what is the total amount of money that they have paid. 10,000. So they give roll up of this. So this is a tabular report. They simply give list of records which are meeting the given condition. They simply gives list of records which are meeting the given condition. Okay. Now this is called tabular report. When you are going with the summary report, when I say summary, summary is nothing but group by a field, group by field values, group by a field value. When I say group by a field value, when you say group by a field value, let us take in this context, I want to group the list of students based on, I want to group the list of students based on city. In that context, we have roll number, name, course, so I have the data here. So they would take in this format, city, Hyderabad. So basically they go with alphabetical order. Bangalore, two records are here. 333, CCC, course Java. Simple. When I say group by their values, they give you total amount 45,000. Group wise, they give the total. Group wise, they provide the total. Coming to the next one, city. We have Hyderabad. There are two records with Hyderabad. Give you 111 SFDC or Java IDs. SFDC 25,000. So this is group Y. We are grouping based on the values in the field called city. We are grouping based on the values called city. We are grouping based on the values in the field called city. In the city field, what are the values that we have? Based on those values we have grouped. This is called summary report. This is called summary report. Now, we have grouped based on field called city. If you want, you can again subgroup. This is summary report. If you want, again you can subgroup. You can subgroup based on, let us say, course. Within the city, again course, Java, one record, course, SFDC, one record. Again, within the course, again I want to say group by, suppose some other field is there. So like this, we can group up to 3 fields. I've shown an example by grouping by one field. Within a group, again you can subgroup. Again you can subgroup up to 3 levels. So this is called summary report. Then we have the next report, which is called matrix. So summary report is also called row-wise grouping. So let us go with matrix. Matrix report we use to compare B2B. When you want to make a business to business comparison, then we go with matrix report, which is also called as row-wise grouping and column-wise grouping. Now I'm taking here name, right. So column-wise I'm grouping based on the course. So in the course I have two values, Java, SFDC, name. So row-wise I'm grouping based on city. Let us say if I take Hyderabad, 111, Java yes, SFDC no, name of the student A, fees 10,000. So it gives you conclusions here. Then replicate city. This is business to business comparison. Now we want to know how many people from Hyderabad has joined course Java 1. How many people from Hyderabad has joined course SFDC 1. What is the total value that we got? 35,000. Similarly, how many people from Java has got, like Bangalore has got 1. How many people from Bangalore has joined SFDC 1. Total amount 45,000. We get the total conclusion here at the bottom. 2 people, 2 people. You're going to get 80,000. So This is called matrix. And it's a matrix, row-wise grouping and column-wise grouping. Column-wise grouping as well as row-wise grouping, which we call as matrix report. Then we have another one as join report. When it's a join report, if two report types are built on the same primary object, then we can join both those report types to frame a single report. Let me show it on the screen here. So if you want to create a report, go to the reports tab, select new report, select the report type. I am creating with opportunities object. So what you are able to see here is report builder page, filter pane, preview pane, fields pane. So in the filter pane, I am giving the conditions, my opportunities, whose stage is, let it be anything, right? I am taking from last, current and the last financial year, right? Go back to this. Now in the show, there is a show details. You got the list of records. When you got the list of records, the fields which you don't like, remove them. The fields which you want, you can drag from here. So which fields will be here, that is decided by, which fields will be here, that will be decided by report type. So these are the fields what we have. Now in these fields, let us say, okay, now I want to group based on stage name. Group the reports based on the stage name. Group. So whenever I make a group, by default it's called summary report. So look at the point here. So prospecting stage one record, qualification stage one record, need analysis one record, value proportion. They are grouped based on particular field. Now when you're grouping, I want to make a value. Go to the amount, say summarize this field. When you say summarize this field, it's going to sum up the values. Run the report. Look at this format what we have. Every group has their own values. Grand total and group wise. Let me go back again. So I want to rearrange the fields. Okay. Now what I want to do is, the values which are less than 2 lakh 30, 1 lakh 10, 70. Right. So what I want to do is I want to make a conditional highlighting. So what is conditional highlighting? Amount if it is less than 1 lakh 50,000 and if it is less than 2 lakh, the values which are less than 1 lakh represent those values with blue. The records which are from 1 lakh 50 to 3 lakhs represent them with this color. Right. More than 3 lakhs represent with this color. Right. So what I'm making a conditional highlighting I'm making. You're making a conditional highlighting. So we are making summary report, which is nothing but grouped by a particular field. In a group, we can summarize the value. We can make a conditional highlighting. Let me save it. I'm saving this to capital. When I say save hierarchy level, users who have the access on the capital info folder, those users, all the users who are above those users, they also can have access. It's like grant access using role hierarchy. Let me go to the next level. I want to make a matrix report. When you want to make a matrix report, so I want to make a matrix report. So column wise I want to group based on probability. Column wise when you make it, variable construction with 10% probability, Dexter Mobiles with 1%, United Oil Corporation with 20%. So look at the point. So what they happened? They gave row wise grouping and column wise grouping. With 10%, two people are there. 20%, one person is there. 30%, two people. What is this? Row wise and column wise grouping. This we called as row wise and column wise grouping. Look at the grand communication. Prospecting 10% 1. Qualification 1. Value proposition there are 2 records. ID decision makers 3 records. So it is a matrix report. Save it. Right. Now, the fourth format of report what we have is the joint report. So let me create new. I'm selecting here. So let us take one accounts with partners, accounts with contacts. Let me take a easier one. Let me take okay. I'm taking with customers with the transaction. You're taking a customer with the transaction. To make it more easier, we have to create some data, otherwise the report won't come in a better way. Let me create one more report type now. I'm creating one more report type. Setup, build, create report types. So let me go to the reports now again. New report. Other reports. Customer. Credit report. So these are the reports what I have. Customer ID. Let us take customer name. Account type. I am sorting the records alphabetically. There. Now, let us make this report type as joint report. In our pen, automatically add report type is enabled. Click on this. Select customer report 1 now. So what happened? There is one more report type which is available. So we are able to take the report from this. So we are able to join two reports here. We are able to join two reports here. So we are trying to join two report types and frame a single report which is called joint report. Which is called joint report. So these are the four formats of the reports what we have. Now let us go with the two more points here. So once you look at the 4 points of the 4 formats of the reports, then we need to understand few of the technical terms here. The technical terms are running user, viewing user, bucketing the field, adding a chart, user context. So let us look at this. First one, you can also go with writing the formula fields. Exporting the report, control view, scheduling a report, schedule the report. So these are the terms what we have. Now let us start with the first one. Removing the first one, running user. Now let us say Satish has created a report on the object called 111, for which Satish is the owner. Basically there are few records, let us say. These are the records what I have in the object. OWD on this object is private. When OWD on the object is private, now Satish has created a report. He told list of students. You want to see list of students. When Satish has created the report, then he will be able to see only one in the report. He will be able to see only 222 BBB Satish 4. As the reports will run purely on user context. Reports will be running purely on user context. So when you are running a report based on the security model, according to the security model, what you are able to see, only those records are visible to you in the report. According to the security model, only the records which are visible to you, those are visible to you. The records which are visible to you, according to your security model, only those records will be visible to you in the report. So Satish has generated this and saved it. Now he has saved this, he has created a report and saved this report as, let's say, he saved this one as test report and saved to a folder called capital. Now, what happened? The same report is opened by Sham. Now Sham wants to see the report. Now Sham is trying to open the same report what was created by Satish. Satish has already created the report and he has included this report in a capital folder. Now what Sham is doing? Sham is trying to open this report. When Sham is trying to open this report, he'll be finding 111 Sham. The records which are meeting the condition, only those records will be visible to the Sham. Now here, the person who has created the report is called Satish. So he is called running user. The person who is viewing the report is called viewing user. Now, running user and viewing user will not be seeing the report in the same format. The reports will be visible to you exactly in the same format of your security model. According to the security model, which records are visible to you? Only those records will be visible to you when you are creating a report or when you are trying to open somebody's report which is already saved in the folders. Did you get my point? Any query here? Reports are going to run on user context. Reports are going to run on user context. According to your security model, which records are visible to you, which fields are visible to you, only those records and only those fields are visible to you. So let me show you. The same report when Satish is creating is able to create with the roll number, name, course, fee. Now Satish have access on all these fields. He has created a report. Now what happened? Sham has only permission to see roll number, name. What happened? When the same report was opened by Sham, when the same report was opened by Sham will be able to see only 111A. Sham will be able to see only 111A. So always the reports will run with user context. And we have two users here, running user and viewing user. Running user means the person who has run the report. Viewing user is the person who is opening the report. Any queries at this context? Okay. So let me go to the next point. Next we have bucketing the field. So what is the meaning of bucketing the field? So I want to, so let us say we have roll number, this is the data what I have. Right. This is the, in the object I have fields called roll number, name and marks. Now when you say bucketing the field, based on the marks, based on the values in the marks, I am creating a new column. In the report, I am creating a new column. There is no field here. I am trying to create a new column based on the marks. I am saying here result. I told if anybody has got more than 60, pass, otherwise fail. What we're going to get here? Pass. So I created a new field, new column. In the report, I created a new column whose value is calculated based on the existing field in the report. I created a new column in the report whose value is calculated based on any one of the existing field in the report. Then we call this field as bucketing the field. We bucketed the field called marks. Based on the marks field, we created a new field called column called column, whose value is calculated based on the values of marks. In this context, we call it as bucketing the field. So let me show you. Now let us see. So I have some values here: 1 lakh 20, 2 lakh 20, 2 lakh 70. Okay. Now on the amount field, I am creating a bucket. I told any opportunity more than 3 lakhs, less than 3 lakhs is good, this is bad, more than 3 lakhs is good. So a new field has been created based on the values of amount, which indicate bad or good. Right. This field is called bucketing the field. This field is called bucketing the field. If you want, you can delete it. It's called bucketing the field. Right. Then we have adding a chart. In case if you go with a summary report or a matrix report, in case if you are going with a summary report or a matrix report, we can add charts along with the report. You're able to see add chart. Along with the report, you can add the chart. Sum of the amount based on the stage and sum of the amount. We can add the chart. We can add the chart based on your requirement. Types are given over here. We can add the chart based on the requirement. So this is available only for summary and matrix report. Along with the report, you are adding the charts to it. This is called summary and this is available for summary and matrix report. Right. Now we can also create some formula fields here. So we have some add formula. So here can see here each summary level take the grand total, only grand total, group fund stage, only group values you are taking. So where this formula should be displayed, you want to display this field group wise, or the formula value should be displayed for grand total or every group. Right. All summary means every group and final total. only grand summary, right? Or only for groups. My total currency summary fields. So you can write a regular formula. Apart from the regular formula, I'm writing something additional. So what is this? The annual review for this is opportunity. So there will be some amount field. Yeah. So, so I told create a formula field and you're getting sum at the bottom. I don't want the sum at the bottom. I want to get the individual count. Every group wise, I want to get the sum. Otherwise, I don't want to go with the sum. I want to go with maximum value. You can go with amount, largest value. Every group, largest value I want to display. You are able to see this. Let me run it. With respect to this, my total largest value is 15. You'll understand this when you go to this. So what are these all values? The maximum value is 9,15,000. 9 lakh. What is this? Now when you say all summarized, every group we are getting out of all these group values, which is highest value we are getting here. So when you're creating the formula, you can summarize the fields to create the formula. You can create a regular formulas or otherwise you can create a summary formulas. Summary formulas means on the summarized values you are trying to create the formula. On the summarized values, look at the point. All summary values means every group and final value on all the groups. Grand summary, only the final summary value. Group 1 stage, only group wise they are going to calculate, not with the final one. When you say final one, in the previous case, it is showing the final value. Now when you go to this, only group wise maximum value they are giving. They are not giving the final. Only with respect to every group, they are giving maximum value. This is formulas what we can write. So then limitations. So when you want to know about the limitation, first I have to export the data. I am giving here a printable view, export details. First let me give a printable view. First let me hide the details, then give a printable view. Then you understand the format. The format in which you have created a report, in the same format the report will be generated. It is called printable view. Now when you export, records which are involved in generation of this report, those records are displayed to you, those records are exported. The records which are involved in generation of this report, the records which are involved in generation of this report, those records are exported. This can be done in two formats, CSV format or Excel format. Now when you are exporting, how many records can be exported? So there is no limitation from the Salesforce center, but there is a limitation from the Excel sheet. The number of records what Excel sheet can support, those many records will be given to you. So what is this export? The list of records which are involved in generation of this report. The list of records which are involved in generation of this report, only those records are exported. The number of record what you can export, it purely depends upon your context, your Excel context, like a number of records that Excel will support. If anybody want to export this, they need to have a permission in the profile. The profile, we have a permission, export reports, schedule reports. we have a permission called schedule reports. At the same time, we have a permission called export. So if anybody want to export the reports, they need to have a permission called export reports. Only the users who have the permission of export reports, only they can export the data. So exportation can be done in two ways. One is in the form of CSV, other is in the form of Excel. One is in the form of CSV, other is in the form of Excel. Now, last point for the discussion. Can we schedule? I want to schedule the reports. If you want to schedule the reports, again, we need a permission in the profile. Run report or schedule the report. Users whose profile has got a permission of schedule reports, those users can schedule it based on your requirement. Schedule your reports based on your requirement. Specify the time. Select the time. Say run report. The report will be scheduled. It will be running every Tuesday, Thursday at 3 a.m. So we can schedule the reports. So user who has the permission in the profile to schedule, they can go with the schedule. So this is all about reports what we have generated. So basically, anybody want to go with the reports, they would understand first report types. They would understand about creation of folders, who can access the folders, how to create a folders, then creating the reports. The reports are created in the form of tabular report, summary report, matrix report, joint report. Then we have bucketing the field, summarizing the field, grouping the field, then we have adding the charts, then we have export, printable view, and schedule the report. Right. So this is all about the reports concept. Any queries? Any queries?